Hey guys, this is Jaren with Patrick Adair Supplies, and today we have a really special one for you. This ring design is actually inspired by one of my favorite characters and greatest villains in fiction, Darth Vader. And so let's have a look at what we're working on today. So we're including a crimson pigment, a black marble ring blank, our crimson opal, glow powder, that glows red, and of course a little UV light so you can see the nice glow. So the first thing we're going to do is just put a simple black backdrop on the ring. To do that, I'm using a mix of the black pigment and our red glow powder. And while the lathe is spinning, I just add the CA glue and the pigment, and then just go back around and wet it. This creates a perfect backdrop for our black marble, and you're just going to pack that in as much as you possibly can. Now the black is supposed to resemble Darth Vader's suit. And later on we're going to be getting to the really fun part where we are going to mimic his iconic crimson red laser sword, as some people call it. From here, you just want to add layer upon layer of CA glue. Small little tip for those that are beginning out there: when you're applying the accelerator, you want to make sure it's at a good distance if you're doing a clear coat like this, and that way it'll prevent big bubbles and inclusions from occurring when it cures. That way it's going to cure completely transparent, especially when you sand it later, and that way you'll see all the nice details of all the black marble in there. And our first step is finished. So after you Dremel, you want to make sure you do a nice wet sand. This will get rid of all of the impurities from the Dremel bit, and as well make the finish a lot more smooth in the end. Also, make sure to dry it off really well before you do this next step. That will prevent some problems in the future. Then here I'm just going to apply a nice thin coat of super thin CA adhesive. And again, make sure to give a nice spritz of it. That way you're not giving it too much, and that way it won't cure too fast as well. Now this next step is going to be a little bit more advanced, but it's definitely a fun step and adds a very unique look to the ring. That's going to be something that we haven't shown you guys before. I'm super excited to show you guys that. So this step is actually our attempt to recreate Darth Vader's iconic crimson blade. And to do that, we have to cut out a middle channel in the inlay that we've already created. In order to do that, I'm using a carbide cutoff tool on our lathe here. And when you do this, you want to go nice and slow and be very careful not to rip out the inlay. What helps that is just going 1 little millimeter at a time. I have to use just a little bit of water to wash away what is being cut. It helps it cut a little bit smoother for you as well. My ring slipped a little bit there. That's very common. Just make sure the ring is nice and snug. And with our band here as well, you want to make sure you're not tightening it too tight, or else it could actually snap the band itself. It's kind of finding a nice middle ground. So we just cut out our middle channel, and that's a lot easier for those that have a lathe. You can find those cut-off bits on Amazon. They're not too expensive there. And for those that don't have a lathe, later we're going to be going over another method that you can still capture Darth Vader's iconic colors without this tool. Now after we cut out the channel, all we're going to do is fill that back up with our crimson red opal. And you're just going to pack as much in there as possible as well. What I find is easiest is crushing up the crimson opal a little more fine than what we send to you. And that's really easy to do just with a hammer and a metal plate. You could say this is twice as much work, but honestly, I think it's twice as cool as any other ring out there, so it's definitely worth the effort. In fact, I've made thousands of rings over my course here, and this is one of my favorite ring designs we've ever done. And keep in mind, you guys, you don't have to do ring designs the way that we're showing you here. You can do your own take on it, and we would love to see your takes on it on our Facebook page. So now all we're going to do is Dremel this down, same as before. And since this is a black ceramic band, you don't really have to worry too much about scratching it. Now we're just going to repeat our previous steps of our 220 sand and a clear coat. Now we're finally able to see the design coming through. And our very last step is simply just go through all of our sandpapers. 220 to 1200 is what I like to do. And then we'll do our polishing. Small tip is after you do a 220 sand, that's a good stopping point to check and make sure there's no holes or voids in your ring. That'll save you a little bit of time in the long run, just on this step. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that awesome? Wow, that looks so good. And on our last step, small plug. This is probably one of the best polishes out there. It's our step 1 and step 2 Astrotech polish. And this will get it a beautiful shine. And here we have our finished ring, and I think it looks just perfect. It captures the nice dark contrast with the black to the crimson red, and I think that's gotta be one of the coolest rings I've ever seen. Now here is a little more simple method of doing this. If you don't have a lathe or a cutoff bit, this is just another version that you can do, and I'm just going to show you how to inlay that, and all the rest of the steps are going to be very similar. If not the same, besides that cutting that middle channel. So to do this, I'm just going to inlay one side at a time, and I'm using our super thin adhesive for this one, and I'm just going to do just 1/2 of it at a time. You're not going to have as clean of edges as you would if you cut it, but I think it captures a very similar look. Now I'm just going to use a pair of tweezers. You can really use anything here, a mini Allen wrench or whatever you can find. And I'm just going to remove the excess materials from half the ring. And it's a lot easier if you do this when it's just slightly dry. Just like that. I just want to make sure all the gaps are filled in there. And there we have our finished ring. And honestly, I think it looks just as good as the other one. Different looks, and so it just depends what you're going for. But they both capture Darth Vader's colors and his crimson blade as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. I definitely did. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and so this one was really fun for me. And so I'm excited to see your guys' versions, and may the Force be with you. See you guys.